After the previous episode, I pushed everything to GitHub, and then I had to move around some stuff, so I cloned again the repository and launched the server as usual. So I did this launching the server, this one, -R, and then went back to the browser, reloaded the page, and got this exception. Something went wrong, and it was at first shocking and unclear what, but then look at the code, and it says that it cannot open the totals JSON file, and because it doesn't exist, it's no such file. If we go back to the console, we get the same exception here. So what happened is that there is this totals JSON file that the fetch PL script creates. So that's the data that is fetched from metacpan and then stored in the local directory. And apparently, because it was there in the previous version of my Git clone where I was working, but now that I cloned it again, I forgot to run the script, and so the totals JSON file wasn't there. So if I just run the script bin fetch, this is what the one that fetches the cpan statistics that is going to be shown at the bottom of the page. So if I run the script again, it fetches the total JSON file, go back to the browser, reload it, and everything works fine. And if I go back to the console and remove the total JSON file and reload it, then it crashes again. So at least we should protect our code that it won't crash if the file is not there. Though it should be there because there should be a cron job. But it's just not nice that because of a missing file, which is not really not that important. I mean, if the statistics are not there, it's not a critical problem. It shouldn't break. So we can go to the source code of the application and look for the totals JSON file. And here we are. So this is where we are using the pass and then slurping in the code. And we put the whole thing into this totals. Actually, this variable totals is a bit unnecessary. It's just a temporary variable. But we can put the whole thing into an eval block. And then we don't really have to look at whether there was an exception or not. We could report that if we really want to the console, to the programmer, so to look at it, to the maintainer, to the administrator. But at this point, that's not really critical. So I just put this whole eval in a block. The totals JSON file is still not there. But if I reload the page now, it doesn't crash. It won't show the distributions and the modules, and that's maybe a little bit not that nice, but at least it won't crash. So that's an important step in the development of the project.